guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leslie, if you don't know me, and it's finally fall. Yay. I'm so excited. I get to use all these vampy and greens and all kinds of dark colors that I love to use. So I wanted to do a fall look for today, so I'm going to be using the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette, which looks like this. I think I've only used it once on camera before, but that's what the palette looks like. It is very nice, very pretty, and it is a little bit, not a little bit, it's very pricey, but these shadows are really nice and buttery. I love them. I love this palette. You guys can see I've definitely used it. But yeah, I wanted to make a forest green look for you guys today, so let's go ahead and just jump to it. Alright guys, as you guys can see, I've already done my foundation. This is just going to be eye focused, not doing any of my skin here with you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get started here with the eyes since they're so bare and they look so naked. Let's get them on. So I'm going to start here with a transition shade, of course, like I always do. I'm going to be using the shade Rhizome, I don't know. I'm going to be using the shade right here. As a transition shade. I already have concealer on my lid, so I'm not going to be putting any other primer on. Just concealer and powder is what I have on my eyes. So I'm going to start with that. And these shades, you really don't need to pick up a lot of color. Just a little bit goes a very long way, so just a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and buff that above the crease. Now that one is like a little mustardy, a little more toned down. It's not really like mustard right in your face mustard, but it's a little mustardy tan shade. This is just gonna help make everything come together at the end, make sure that everything blends nicely. And if you guys are wondering, this is a BH Cosmetics brush. They do have their brush sets. I don't remember what this one is called, but they do have the brush sets, and I would definitely recommend those to you guys. They have very nice brushes. I'm gonna go in with a smaller fluffy brush. This one's from Alamar. It is very nice. It's just part of their Ojitos. I think it's the second launch that this one came out in, but I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade here, this green right there. Just gonna pick it up with that and then start working that on my crease, meeting that shade that we just put up above the crease. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of that shade. I'm obviously feeling the green today with a green shirt, green earrings. I do like forest green actually. I really like these fall colors. They're really some of my favorites, like burgundy. I love burgundy. The mustard shade, like the yellowy brown, I guess you would say. Now I'm going to go back in with the previous shade that I used, the mustardy tan shade, this one right down here, and I'm going to buff a little bit of that green, just the outer part of it, just to make sure that is nicely blended. I'm going to grab a smaller brush here, less fluffy than the other one. It's still a blending brush, just not as fluffy, a little more compacted. And that is the shade right here, this really pretty green shade. I'm going to grab that and put that on the outer corner, and just going to tap it first on there. This is such a pretty green. All the greens on here I really love. They're so pretty. And I'm gonna create like a halo eye, but without having to cut the center. I'm just gonna do it with the shadows. You guys will see here in a moment what I'm talking about. I'm gonna go back in with that green shade that we just used, not the dark one but the lighter one, to blend out the outer part of that darker green. We're just gonna put it right over here to blend it out. Gonna go back in with that darker green and I'm gonna tap it on there again. Now I want a little bit more darkness there on the outer corner, so I'm gonna grab the shade that is up here, this one, just to deepen it out a little bit there on the outer part. I just want to make that shade a little bit darker there at the outer corner. So I'm going to grab a little bit of that green, that dark green, and just place it right there. They're so pretty. I did grab a little bit of that darker green, this one that I used a little bit ago, this one, and put it over that like poop color that I just used, which is this one right here. Now I'm gonna bring that dark green, like I said, into the inner corner here. And this is an e.l.f. brush. This is the collection with J Kissa, so it's the J4. I'm not sure if they still have these available or not, but you guys can definitely check if they do. I'm not sure. If anything, you can use a smaller, more compact brush. You guys can see that's what I'm using, just to place the color here in the inner corner. And it's smaller just so that it's a little more precise, instead of having a big fluffy brush in there and trying to get it as precise as you want it. That'll be a little too hard to try to do with a big fluffy brush. I am just gonna go with whatever I have left here on that green that we placed here, that lighter green, but just a little bit, just like that. Now I'm gonna go in with that light green shade, this one right here, and I'm gonna start blending that out. And then grabbing that very first shade that we picked up, this one right here, just to make sure that it's all nice and blended. And now for the center, I'm gonna grab another green, but then we're gonna place something over it to make it a little bit lighter. So I'm gonna grab this green right here, just with my finger. You guys can see that shade is very nice and pretty and pigmented. Now to make the center just a little bit brighter and so it stands out a little bit more, I'm gonna grab this shade up here. I'm gonna grab that also with my finger and try to just put it in the center, so we give it a little bit more dimension. You guys can see I'm just placing it right in the center. I'm not going anywhere else with it. And it definitely gives that eye a little bit more dimension instead of just being all matte. I am going to go in with that dark green again, this one, just to make sure that we didn't lose too much of it, because I still want it to look darker on the outer parts of the eye look. So it's kind of like a halo without actually being a halo. Okay, so that is the lid. I am gonna start on the lower lash line here. I'm grabbing another Alamar brush and I'm going to use this very dark brown shade, this one right here. And I'm gonna put that on the lower lash line with a liner brush. You guys can see that. And I'm gonna put it very, very close to the lash line here. That shade is so buttery and nice. I like it. I am going to grab a different brush here, the one that I used to pack on that green. And I'm going to go back in with that dark green that we used, this one. And I'm going to start blending out that brown with this green. So you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I just want to bring in that green a little bit to the lower lash line. And then on the waterline, I do want to go in with a black. This is the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Swerve. And I'm going to put that on my waterline here. And now for the inner corner, I do want to use the shade that I use here in the center. This one right here. Just going to grab it with a small pencil brush here and put that on the inner corner. I am pulling it up a little bit here. I'm bringing it up towards the green. You guys can see that has a little like green shimmer. It's very pretty. Gonna grab a little bit more of that dark green and just bring it up here. Make sure that we're not losing it. Still have that dimension on the eye. I'm gonna put my Tristique mascara. This is the Good Vibes mascara. So there is the eye. I am gonna go off camera, do the other eye, put lashes and a lippy, and then we'll be right back for the finished look. Alright guys, so I am back with the finished look. I just wanted to let you guys know real quick what I used. I just put these lashes on. These are from Sephora and they're in the style Feisty, and they just come in a little package like this. There we go. So it comes in a package like this. I did pick this up at the actual Sephora store. I'm pretty sure that they have them online too. And then for the lips, I used the ColourPop BFF3 lippy pencil, and in the center I use this one by MAC. This is the Retro Matte Liquid Lip Color in the shade Cafe Au Chic, and you guys have seen me use this one in previous years. That is what I have on the rest of my makeup that I went off camera to do. And yeah guys, this is the finished look. Very foresty, very fall color like. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. You don't necessarily have to use the Natasha Denona palette. If you guys have the Dare to Create palette from Morphe or any of these shades, you can create it. But the Dare to Create palette, just because I have that one too, I know that it has some colors that can be similar to this, so you can definitely create this look with other palettes, other colors of course. So yeah, let me know down below if there's any other fall color looks that you guys want to see. I just wanted to say real quick here, probably not going to be until November, because starting next week Tuesday we'll have our teaser trailer into Halloween. I'm super excited for you guys to see, and then after that our Monster Mash series starts. I'm super excited guys. If you guys are not subscribed, make sure that you are, because I'm gonna be having some giveaways as well. So make sure that you guys are subscribed, hit that notification bell so that you are notified of when I upload. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles! Okay. Oh, it's still going.